It's the center of excellence and a seat of anti-establishment protests. But it was never associated with violence. The mayhem in JNU has completely shocked India. On January 5th, scores of masked men armed with sticks, rods, and sledgehammers entered the campus and beat up students black and blue. Around 26 students, mostly belonging to the left student bodies, have been injured. The picture of a bleeding Aishe Ghosh, the university's student body president, became the iconic image of violence. What's more worrying is the fact that the attack inside the campus took place when police were standing outside the university precincts and no or little attempt was made to nab them. What led to the violence and why was the police standing as mute spectators? The genesis of the violence. January 5th was the last day to register for the new semester. On January 3rd, ABVP alleged that students belonging to left-wing outfits entered the server room and damaged the Wi-Fi connection. They were wearing masks to conceal their identity. It was an attempt to block the registration process. Students belonging to left outfits say that registration was conducted as per the new hike in fees and hence they protested. A day later, a minor scuffle had broken out in the campus between left and ABVP over the issue. But there was no indication of a storm brewing. According to the office of the registrar, the agitating students had closed some of the buildings to prevent students from entering. What happened on the fateful day? But all hell broke loose on January 5th as ABVP activists alleged that they were beaten up by left-supported unidentified students. The agitating students gathered in front of the administrative building to prevent those who wanted to register and continue studies. The agitators even reached hostels and clashed with those opposing the agitation, mainly belonging to ABVP. In the evening, masked miscreants entered the campus through a back gate when a peace march called by the JNU Teachers Association to de-escalate the tension was wrapping up. The mob proceeded to Periyar Hostel and attacked the students with lathis and rods. Students of other hostels weren't spared either. The security guards were also beaten up. The masked miscreants specifically singled out members of the students' body and thrashed them. Why the police didn't stop the violence? The role of the police has come in for intense criticism from every quarter. The registrar complained that on January 5th afternoon, the police was called in to prevent the students protesting against the registration from beating up the opposing students, mainly belonging to the ABVP. The police reached late, but the worst was yet to come as the police stood guarding the gates even when scores of armed miscreants ran right inside the campus, beating up students belonging to left-affiliated outfits.
Brutally attacked by
In the whole incident, what was even stranger was that the law enforcers made no attempt to nab the masked mob, as they were allowed to leave the campus. As the Delhi police came in for severe flack, the force tried to firefight the reproaches by saying they have filed an FIR and are trying to identify the attackers.
मैं अभी यही बोलूँगा कि पुलिस has responded well in time. Social media as well as जितनी भी footages available हैं, सबको संज्ञान में ले रहे हैं और identification process is on.
JNU's lost legacy. Though the cradle for left politics, India's premier university is always known for its peaceful protests. Of late, the university had grabbed headlines for protests against fee hike. The university also found itself at the receiving end of being branded as anti-national for organizing protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act. But no clashes among students were reported. Even during the alleged Azadi slogans raised by Kanhaiya Kumar in 2016, the students didn't go for each other's throat. But the latest altercation has created a deep fissure that will be hard to bridge, ruining the 5-decade-long legacy of protests through peaceful means.